Hello, children. I welcome you all to this wonderful session to learn English. In today's session, we are going to see the lesson 1, the photograph. Before moving into the lesson, let me ask you a question. Have you seen the old photograph of your family, especially your grandparents? Ask your grandparents to give the photograph to you. If you have course book, paste the old photograph of your grandparents in the I Connect section of the course book. Just observe how different the old photograph compared to the photograph taken at present. Ask your grandparents to share about the interesting thing happened during the photograph taken, which you could not see in the photograph. Example, the climatic conditions, the background, their dresses, the function when the photograph was taken. Everything you ask them because you have a task in it. After collecting the photograph, after asking the information from your grandparents, you have to take your app book. In your app book, worksheet 1.7, you have to write a story about 200 words based on the photograph which you have received from your grandparents. You have to build a story on your own based on the photograph of your grandparents and the information received from them. This lesson, the photograph was written by Ruskin Bond. He is an Indian author of British descent. He lived with his adopted family in Missouri in India. Now we are going to read a story about a young boy who comes across a wonderful memory. Let's see the characters in the story. The first character is the speaker, a young boy like you people. The second character is the speaker's grandmother. The word I refers to the author, that the speaker is a young boy, the small boy is the speaker. I was 10 years old when my grandmother sat on a string bed under the mango tree. It was late summer and there were sunflowers in the garden and a warm wind in the trees. My grandmother was knitting a woolen scarf for the winter months. She was very old, dressed in a plain white sari. Her eyes were not very strong now, but her fingers moved quickly with the needles, and the needles kept clicking all afternoon. Grandmother had white hair, but there were very few wrinkles on her skin. Here is a small boy like you people. His grandmother, what his grandmother is doing? She was sitting under a mango tree in the garden. There were beautiful sunflowers in the garden. The wind was very warm because of the late summer season. What was the grandmother doing there? She was knitting the scarf for the winter months. It is a summer season, late summer season. She was sitting in the garden and knitting the scarf for the winter months. Her eyes were not very strong. Why? Because she becomes very old, no? So her eyes were not strong, but she was knitting the scarf very quickly. Her fingers moved very quickly with the needles. How it is possible? Because of the practice. Practice makes a man perfect. If you do a work again and again, you'll be expert in it. So the grandmother was knitting the scarf very quickly. Her fingers moved very quickly, and she used to click the needles every afternoon. All the afternoon she used to sit and knit the scarves. The grandmother had white hair, but very few wrinkles on her skin. Rummaging. What is mean by rummaging? Searching. Heirlooms. Heirlooms means valuable things or articles which are handed down from generation to generation. Attic. Attic is the upstairs room used for storing unused items. Walloped. Walloped means gave a hit. The grandmother gave a hit on the boy. Knitting. To turn thread into a piece of fabric. This can be done by hand with needles or machine. What is meant by knitting? To turn thread into a piece of fabric. This can be done by hand with needles or machines. Wrinkles. A line in the skin caused by aging. I had come home after playing cricket in the Maidan. I had taken my meal and now I was rummaging through a box of old books and family heirlooms that had just the day been brought out of the attic by my mother. Nothing in the box was interested me very much except for a book with colorful pictures of birds and butterflies. I had the boy. That day he went for playing cricket. After playing cricket, he came back home and he took his food. After having his food, he found there was what was there in that room. There was a old books and family heirlooms in a box. There was old books and family heirlooms in the box. That box was brought by his mother just that day. The same day, the mother brought that box of old things from the attic. Attic is a room, it's an upstairs room used to keep unused item like a storeroom which you use now. Nothing was interesting in the book, nothing fascinated him except a book. What was there? It is a book with colorful pictures of birds and butterflies. I was going through the book when I found a small photograph between the pages. It was a faded picture, yellow and foggy. It was a picture of a girl standing against a wall, and behind the wall there was nothing but sky. But from the other side, a pair of hands reached up, as though someone was going to climb the wall. There were flowers growing near the girl, but I couldn't tell what were they. There was a creeper too, but it was just a creeper. The boy was looking into the box of old things. What he found there? He found a book with colorful pictures of birds and butterflies. When he was going through the book, he found a small photograph. In the photograph, it was a girl's photograph. There was a girl standing against a wall. Except the wall, there was nothing. He could found something. What was that? Pair of hands reached up from the other side. It looks like somebody is trying to climb the wall. And there were flowers growing near the girl, but he couldn't find what flowers are there because it is a black and white photograph. It was a very old photograph. There was a creeper too, but it was just a creeper. He couldn't identify what creeper was it. Who do you think was in the photograph the author found? Children, what do you think? Whose photograph is that? Now, I'll be reading the lesson again. I ran out in the garden. Granny, I shouted, look at this picture. I found it in the box of old things. Whose picture is it? I jumped on the bed beside my grandmother and she walloped me on the bottom and said, "Now I have lost count of my stitches, and the next time you do that, I'll make you finish the scarf yourself." Now, what he did after taking the photograph, he ran to the garden. Why he ran to the garden? Because the granny was there in the garden. By shouting, "Granny, Granny, look at this, what I have. Look at this photograph. I found it in the box of all things." He was shouting like this and he was running to the garden. What the grandmother was doing there in the garden? She was knitting the scarf for the winter months. Now the boy jumped on the bed which the grandmother was sitting. When he was jumping on the back of the grandmother, now the grandmother lost the count of the stitches. Do you know how difficult to find the stitches again? Count the stitches again. Because if the count of the stitches are wrong, if mismatched, then the scarf won't be a scarf. It will be something else. So the grandmother threatened him, "If you do the same mischievous thing again, I'll make you to finish the scarf by yourself." She warned him, she threatened him. Granny was always threatening to teach me how to knit, which I thought was a disgraceful thing for a boy to do. It was a good deterrent for keeping me out of mischief. Once I had torn the drawing room curtains, and Granny had put a needle and thread in my hand and made me stitch the curtain together, even though I made long 2-inch stitches which had to be taken out by mother again. What happened once? The boy torn the drawing room curtains. Do you know what the granny did? The granny gave the needle and thread to the boy and made the boy to stitch the curtain again. It was difficult for a small boy to stitch, isn't it? But the granny made him to stitches. Even though he made it wrongly and he made his long stitches, he made 2-inch stitches. The granny made him to do. And the granny always threatened him that she will teach him how to knit a scarf, which he thought was a disgraceful thing for a boy to do. What is my disgraceful? A shameful thing for a boy to stitch. It was a good deterrent for him keeping out of mischief. Deterrent means what? Punishment. A sort of punishment. So always like a punishment, the granny used to threaten him, "I'll teach you how to knit." So the boy keeps out of mischief. She took the photograph from my hand and we both stared at it for quite long time. The girl had long loose hair and she wore a dress that nearly covered her ankles and sleeves that reached to her wrists, and there were a lot of bangles on her hands. But despite all this drapery, the girl appeared to be full of freedom and movement. She stood with her legs apart and her hands on her hips and had a wide, almost devilish smile on her face. Now the photograph, it was taken by the grandmother and she was looking it closely. The boy and the grandmother both stared at the photograph for a long time. What is my stare? Looking closely. The two squinted on it. It was looking very closely towards the photograph. They were observing it. The girl is wearing a long loose dress. She having a long dress, a long hair also. She's having a long hair. She wore a long dress. Her dress reached her ankles. See how long dress it is, and the sleeves reached her wrist. Where you'll be wearing the watches? No, near that it reached her wrist. And there were a lot of bangles on her hands also. Apart from wearing all these long dresses and bangles, everything, she looks to be full of free to move here and there. Her smile says that something is going to happen because it was a naughty smile. The boy was very eager to know who is that, whose picture is it. The boy asked the granny. The granny said it is a girl's, of course, a little girl's. The boy asked the granny again, can't you tell me who's that girl? Yes, but did you know the girl? The boy asked the granny again and again, who's the girl? But the granny doesn't let him know who's the girl. But she is ready to say about the girl. She is ready to say about the girl and not who the girl is. Yes, I know her, said Granny, but she was a very wicked girl, and I shouldn't tell you about her, but I'll tell you about the photograph. It was taken in your grandfather's house about 60 years ago. And that's the garden wall, and over the wall there was a road going to town. Whose hands are they? I asked, coming up from the other side. Grandmother squinted and looked closely at the picture and shook her head. It's the first time I noticed, she said. They must have been the sweeper boys, or maybe they were your grandfathers. Now, the granny is ready to say about the girl. She said that she was a very wicked girl, very naughty girl. And it was taken, and the granny said that the photograph was taken in the author's grandfather's house before 60 years. How many years before? Before 60 years. And there was a garden wall, and the wall, over the wall, what was there? There was a road. The road was going to town. Bo asked, whose hands are they from the other side? This is the first time the granny looked at it. She squinted, looking closely, peered with narrow eyes, and shook her head. This is the first time I noticed, she said. And they must be the sweeper boys or the grandfathers. For this, the boy said, it won't be grandfathers because grandfather hands all not bony, but these hands looks bony. Further, the granny said that it was taken about 60 years ago. So that time your grandfather was young. Children, what do you think? Who do you think the hands belong to, the grandfathers or sweeper boys? They don't look like grandfather hands. I said his hands are all bony. Yes, but this was 60 years ago. The grandfather's hands all very old, but the photograph, both the hands are all bony. Looks like young person's hand. For that, the granny said this photograph was taken 60 years before, and that time your grandfather was young. Didn't he climb the wall after the photo? No, nobody climbed up. At least I don't remember. And you remember well, Granny? Yes, I remember. I remember what is not in the photograph. It was a spring day and there was a cool breeze blowing. Nothing like this. Those flowers are the girl's sweet. There were marigolds and bougainvillea creeper. It was a mass of purple, and you cannot see these colors in the photo. And even if you could, as nowadays, you wouldn't be able to smell the flowers or feel the breeze. And what about the girl, I said? Tell me about the girl. Now the boy asked whether somebody climbed the wall after the photograph has taken. For that, the grandmother said, no, nobody climbed the wall. At least I don't remember that. For that, the boy said, no, Granny, you will remember well everything. For that, the Granny said that, yes, I do. I remember What was not in the photograph? It was a spring day. There was a cool breeze. Now it is a late summer season, but when the photograph was taken, it was a very pleasant season. There was a cool breeze, and there were marigold flowers near the girls and bougainvillea creepers also. It was a mass of purple in color, and there was a good fragrance too. The granny said you couldn't smell these flowers now because because of the pollution we could not smell these flowers at present. There was a good fragrance from everywhere. There was a cold breeze. Now the boy is very much interested to know who the girl is, so he is asking again. He is pestering the grandma. Grandma, tell me about the girl. Well, she was a wicked girl, said Granny. You don't know the trouble they had getting her into those fine clothes she is wearing. I think they are terrible clothes, I said. So did she. Most of the time she hardly wore a thing. She used to go swimming in a muddy pool with a lot of ruffianly boys and ride on the back of buffaloes. No boy ever teased her, though, because she could kick and scratch and pull his hair out. The granny said the girl was a very wicked girl. Why the grandma said that she is a wicked girl? She is very naughty. She doesn't obey the parents. She doesn't hear her mother. She doesn't respect the elders. She troubled them a lot, and she doesn't wear a fine clothes. That day she wore a fine cloth. You know very well, it was a very long dress, fine cloth. What happened, do you know? After wearing the dress, she went swimming with the same dress and lay there in the muddy pool for half an hour. And she used to ride on the back of the buffaloes. What happened after that? The girl's mother doesn't allow her to take it again because the dust became that much dirty. Think of, if you live there in the muddy pool for half an hour, what will become up to your dress? Totally dirty. And she used to play with lot of ruffianly boys, rough and violent boys. Even those rough and violent boys could not tease her because the boy why the boy could not tease her? The girl would kick them. She would scratch them. She would pull their hairs out. So no boy ever teased her. And she used to ride on the back of the buffaloes, do you know? She looks like it too, I said. You can tell by the way she is smiling. At any moment something is going to happen. Something did happen, said Granny. Her mother wouldn't let her take off the clothes afterwards. So she went swimming in them and laid for half an hour in the mud. I laughed heartily, and the grandmother laughed too. Who was the girl? I said. You must tell me who she was. No, that wouldn't do, said grandmother. I pretended I didn't know, but I knew because the grandmother still smiled in the same way, even though she doesn't have as many teeth. The boy said the way the girl smiled says that something is going to happen. So he asked the grandma, something happened after the photograph taken. Yes, child. Something happened. What happened? The girl went swimming with the same dress and laid for there half an hour. So the girl's mother doesn't allow her to let off the clothes again. The boy, on hearing this, he laughed heartily. The grandmother too laughed. "Grandma, you must tell me who is the girl." For that, the grandma said, "No, no, I won't." For that, but the boy couldn't understand the similarities between the girl and the grandmother. What was the similarities? He found the smile in the girl's face and the grandmother's smile was very similar. So he found that the girl was his grandmother. The girl in the photograph was his own grandmother, but he pretended as if he couldn't find it. "Come on, Granny," I said. Tell me, tell me." But grandmother shook her head and carried on with the knitting. And I held the photograph in my hand, looking from it to the grandmother and back again, trying to find points in common between the old lady and the little pigtail girl. A lemon-colored butterfly settled on the end of the grandmother's knitting needle and stayed there while the needles clicked away. I made a grab at the butterfly and it flew off in a dipping flight and settled on a sunflower. "I wonder whose hands they were," whispered grandmother to herself, with her head bowed and her needles clicking away in the soft, warm silence of the summer afternoon. The boy doesn't allow the grandmother. He was going and asking, "Come on, Granny, tell me who's that girl?" But the grandmother shook her head. In the sign language, she said that she will never let him know who the girl is. And she carried on knitting the needle, knitting the scarf. The grandmother and the boy both were looking at it closely. Meanwhile, a lemon-colored butterfly, it settled on the end of the knitting needle and stayed there for a while. When the grandmother clicked the needle, it flew away. The boy tried to grab the butterfly. He tried to catch the butterfly, but it flew off in a dipping flight. It flew off in a low wave and settled on a sunflower. Now, the grandmother is looking closely in the photograph and knitting. Meanwhile, she was asking herself, she whispered to herself, "I wonder whose hands they were." Even the grandma is unaware. She doesn't know because it was taken long before, 60 years before it was taken. So she was unaware whose hands they are. Now let me sum up the story for you people. There is a small boy like you people. He came back home after cricket in the playground. Then he felt hungry. He had his food. After having his food, he found there was a box of old things which was brought by the day from the attic. Attic is the upstairs room used to keep unused item like a storeroom by his mother. He was searching through it. When he was looking into it, he found a book with colorful birds and butterflies. It fascinated him, it interested him, so he was going through the book. When he was going through the book, he found a small photograph in between the pages. The picture was faded, it was yellow, it was foggy, it is unclear, dim and dull. It was a picture of a girl standing against a wall, and there were two hands from the other side of the wall tried to climb the wall, like someone is climbing the wall. He ran to the garden where the grandmother is sitting. The grandmother was very old. She wore a plain white sari. Her eyes were not very strong, but her fingers moved quickly with the needles. She had white hairs, but very few wrinkles on her face. The grandmother was knitting the scarf for the winter months. This was a late summer season and there blew the warm wind. Now the boy ran to the garden shouting, "Granny, look at this. I found this photograph in the box of old things." "Whose picture was it?" he asked the grandmother. The grandma doesn't tell him who the girl is, but she explained about her. She describes her. She wore a long dress. The dress reached her ankles, the sleeves reached her wrists, and she wore a lot of bangles. Even though she is wearing all long things, she appeared to be full of freedom and movement. She looks very free to move here and there because she is a naughty child. The smile in her face was devilish smile. It says that she is a naughty girl, and the smile says that something she is going to do. Yes, she did something. What was that? On wearing the dress, she went for swimming in a muddy pool and laid there for half an hour. After that, her mother didn't allow her to take off the clothes. After that, she used to ride on the back of the buffaloes. She used to play with the rough and violent boys. Even those boys could not tease her because she would kick them, she would scratch them, she would pull their hairs out. Even those boys are scared of her. That much naughty girl this girl was. Now he was very excited to know who the girl, but the grandmother doesn't let him know who the girl is. And the grandmother said that this photograph was taken in a spring day. There was a cool breeze when the photograph was taken, and there were bougainvillea creepers in the girl's feet. Near the girl's feet there were bougainvillea creepers, and it was a mass of purple. There were marigold flowers. There was a good fragrance of the flowers. There was a fresh cool breeze which you could not find now, or which you could not smell now. The grandmother started to knit the scarf again, but the boy doesn't allow her. He was asking again and again, "Tell me who the girl is," but the grandmother doesn't disclose who the girl is. But he found by the way the girl smiled and the grandmother smiled, both are very similar, so he could guess that the grandma was the girl in the photograph. Now the grandma is looking closely into the photograph and observing whose hands they are. She whispered herself. Both were looking into the photograph. Meanwhile, a lemon color butterfly settled on the end of the knitting needle and stayed there for a while. When the grandma clicked the needle, the butterfly flew away. The boy tried to catch the butterfly, but it flew off in a dipping flight. It is flying low in the garden and settled on a sunflower, and it was happy. Now, let me read a review for you people about the lesson, the photograph. The narrator is listening to his grandmother talking about the picture. Here such the day the picture was taken and activities of the girl in the picture. Who is the grandmother as a child? Though the narrator knows that the girl in the photograph is his grandmother, he never confirms it. Why? She doesn't tell the narrator. She might be embarrassed to admit that she was someone who did not confirm her mother's wishes when she was younger, or maybe she simply doesn't wish to tell the narrator of her past. It is also possible that the grandmother wants the narrator to grow up respecting his elders, while she herself as a child may not have necessarily done so. Thank you all kids.